welcome back for another week of your e-learning. We are going to look at arguments and claims in a text. This is actually what we'll be doing for the next couple of weeks. So when you're evaluating an argument, you have to look at what the author's argument is, and they have to be able to back up what they write. So they'll give an opinion on the subject, or that's kind of their claim, make claims that explain why they have that opinion, and then present evidence that shows those claims to be true. If arguments make little sense and are not backed up properly, kind of like the tree octopus, authors are not going to convince many people to accept their opinion. This is why authors must be careful to use good reasoning and evidence that is relevant and sufficient in an argument. So in an argument, an author states a position or an opinion on a subject and explains why the reader should share that position or opinion. They make claims or statements that he or she wishes the reader would believe. So to trace or follow an argument, the first step is to determine what the author's main claim is. In the main claim, the author states the ideas he or she is trying to convince the reader to accept, sometimes really clearly and sometimes not so much. But once the main claim is determined, the reader can determine the supporting claims. So in a multi-paragraph argument, the author might dedicate one paragraph to each claim. The rest of the argument should be made up of evidence and reasoning that supports the claim soundly, relevantly, and sufficiently. There are some types of evidence and reasoning that a good argument should avoid or use very carefully. So for your assignment today, you're going to read Do This to Fall Asleep. There are 4 different doctors that have 4 different opinions or claims on what you need to do to fall asleep. And then you have 2, really these are going to be paragraphs that you're going to need to answer questions, write a paragraph on the text. And then on a Wednesday, we're going to be using the same text. You're just going to be stating answers to some questions about what the doctors have said.